Welcome back on the Health Watch. Now, social media influencers say you don't need to go to the beach or a tanning salon. You can get your summer glow by drinking tanning drops or maybe eating certain foods. We want to bring in Dr. Matthew Knight. He is president of Knight Dermatology Institute. He's also a member of the Florida Board of Medicine. Always great to have you, Dr. Knight. Thanks for being here. So, okay, this is crazy. We're seeing some of these things go viral, right? And we're thinking, oh, let me try it. Maybe this works. Can you drink yourself tan?
No, you can't drink yourself tan or eat yourself tan. You know, the sun puts out UV light, and UV light is good because it can help us make vitamin D. But if you look like me and you have really fair skin, it can be bad because overexposure to UV light, like gamma rays or X-rays, can cause cancer and premature aging. And the problem is it's in your 20s. So you get all that sun in your 20s, and it's 20, 30 years later that you have the premature wrinkles and the skin cancer. Jimmy Buffett died of a skin cancer due to the sun. Somebody dies of melanoma every 30 minutes in this country. And so the problem here is that we've got these influencers teaching our youth, our young kids in their 20s, to take this stuff and to go outside and get a tan, none of which is healthy. A tan is not necessarily healthy.
So let's talk about some of the things that we're seeing. And you said you went on TikTok, which you never do.
For the first time ever, I went on TikTok.
God bless you for doing that for us. Thank you. So you went on TikTok, and what types of things did you see that were just phony?
So so first off, there's like tanning creams, which are fine. This is a chemical that you put on your skin, and it's sort of like browning food. It turns your skin darker. That's fine. I don't love that people inhale spray tans and stuff, but it's fine to use. The next thing you'll see all the time is foods. The idea that you can eat certain foods like carrots or bell peppers or pumpkins, and if you consume a ton of this stuff, like 24 ounces of carrots a day, that you can become more tan.
Or a rabbit.
Or a rabbit. Have awesome night vision, right? That's right. So, but it's out there, and it's sort of true. You know, if you ate a bunch of carrot juice every day, you might have more of a glow to your skin if you have the right skin tone. But if you look like me, you're going to look like a Cheeto. You're going to look like an Oompa Loompa, and it's going to be on your hands and feet too.
Okay.
So you'd have to drink a ton of carrot juice to look like an Oompa Loompa. Probably not a great idea. Next are these drops. And this is really where I lost like 5 IQ points watching these videos, because I've never been on TikTok to watch. And the problem is these influencers talk like they're the expert. And you know, all dermatologists are wrong, and we're all paid off by the big sunscreen lobby, which doesn't exist. And that you can take these drops, and it'll make you look more healthy, more tan. But first off, there's no science here. We don't know what's in this stuff. I do know that they contain things like copper or vitamin A or beta carotene. The problem is that copper and vitamin A is toxic to our brains and our liver if you consume too much. So who knows what's in this stuff? But these influencers say that you can go out and take these drops and be tan, and it's all bupkis. The one thing I do want to talk about is called melanotan. Really serious. It's out there. It's a peptide you can buy, and it can create all your moles become super dark, and it can lead to cancer.
Oh, wow. And you're seeing people come to your office with this, and it's something you ingest?
Yeah, it's a peptide that you take, and it can affect the pineal gland in your brain. Super bad idea, so be very careful out there.
Okay, so is there any such thing as safe tanning? Because listen, it's Florida, it's summertime, we know people are going to go to the beach. How do you do it safely, Doc?
Yeah, there is no safe tan, that's the thing. We should love the skin we're in. This all comes from an idea in the 1950s that if you're in a factory or in an office, if you have a lot of money, you can be tan because you go on vacation. That's just not true. Tanning leads to cancer, leads to premature wrinkling 20, 30 years down the road. And so I'd love it if we could change the idea that a tan is beautiful. Really, we should just embrace the skin we're in and be careful of these things on social media, because they can be really dangerous.
So the only thing that you would say would be okay are tanning creams, right?
Fine.
Just like a topical solution. In spray tans, but you say even spray tans, you're breathing in, you know,
I think they use respirators for a lot of that stuff, so it's probably fine.
Okay.
But you know, the big point here is that stuff that you don't know what's in it, that you're consuming, especially something like melanotan, which is illegal and bought on the black market, can be very dangerous to your health, and so be very careful before you start consuming this stuff.
All right, it's all great advice. We love having you in. Dr. Knight, thank you so much for taking the time, and thanks for watching TikTok for us.
Yes,
wow.
One and done. I'm out.
Dr. Knight, president of Knight Dermatology Institute and Florida Board of Medicine.